Oh my God, chat. This is not a drill. We have patch notes. This is it. It's time to read the patch notes. Marathon update 1.1.0, the one where the shadows move. General, added streamer mode in the settings. Hopefully this helps. I doubt it will. I probably need a voice change or something. The ability to hide you and your crew's names on your screen. Replace your in-run name with a generic one across places like pings, kill feed, and death recap, and spectate. This is surprising. I wonder how they're going to incorporate player reports here. Hopefully they don't mess them up. The ability to replace other players' names on your screen with generic names. Not the most necessary, but I'm glad it's an option. Configurable matchmaking delay to help make stream sniping harder. Might have to use that at some point. Stream sniping for me personally has not been a huge issue, but I mean, I'm not like the big sweat guy, so not a whole lot of snipers in my demo. I know a lot of people have been struggling with snipers in this game, though, especially because of the low player population, so it made it really easy to get stream sniped. Matchmaking. Duos is now a regular option. Each day, a new location is chosen to have duo queue active, indicated by a duos marker on zone select. Brand new players to Marathon are more likely to match with other new players during the opening of Season 2. Nice! Please do not mix in the newbies with a bunch of streamer sweats. That would be catastrophic. Item economy. Faction reputation awarded by completing standard contracts has been significantly improved. Nice. Standard contracts fucking gave you like crumpled up receipts and like a bunch of bullshit in Season 1. Hopefully it's just a touch better. Maybe not purple mats every time, but maybe at least like mix in some blue mats. Before it was just like, you got fucking nothing. Like gray guns, green mats, it was not good. Increase the amount of credits gained when achieving early season level rank ups. Premium Pass rewards owners can now either claim individual rewards with Silk or purchase them for Lux if desired instead. Thank you. Offering extra monetization if somebody doesn't want to wait and fucking play the game. Okay. Whatever. Page will still need to be unlocked before the new reward can be purchased. Okay. Unclaimed cosmetic codex rewards will automatically be claimed at the end of Season 1. Okay. Increase the size of overflow inventory to prevent accidental item loss. Runners will now receive a small amount of runner level XP for time spent in a run. Key templates now have objective requirements. Oh! To convert the template to a functional key. Okay, so at the end of the last season, what they did was they changed them from being, what was it? Dibno? It was fragile. They were fragile originally. Jkaki, thank you for the prime. They started as being fragile, which means if you ever went to Dibno, down but not out, they would be destroyed. So you cannot even be downed, and they'd be destroyed. Towards the end of the season, they changed it so that they were compromised, meaning that you would need to find a matter fixative in raid. Those are usually dropped by commander bots. But now they're going to have a objective requirement. And I'm interested to see what this is, because this is vague. Does that mean like blue keys will have a specific objective, like kill 10 robots, or is it like a pool of different objectives that we're going to have to it's going to pull from, and we'll have to beat one of them? I don't know. I'm interested to see what exactly this means. First 5 contracts completed each week will reward a flat amount of bonus faction rep. Unused bonuses roll over and stack. Really? Example, if you join in week 3, the bonus will apply to your first 15 contracts. Oh, it's like a catch-up mechanic. That's good. This is actually really smart. This is like a catch-up mechanic. I'm a big fan of this. This is really good. So that way, if you join later in the season, you're not like fucking hundreds of hours behind. That's really good. Weapon schemas in Season 1 Rewards Pass have been replaced with credits for Season 2. Oh, interesting. Start of each season, certain gameplay items or materials and older rewards passes may get replaced in this way to ensure they maintain value as our game economies change over time. Oh, items or materials and older. Oh. Okay, so I guess this is them saying don't expect the material rewards to be the same for every season. I think they're just preempting this by saying we expect to change this for Season 3 as well. It's not going to be credits. Yo, Slime Oven, thank you, buddy. Increase the credit cost for shield implants, self-revives, and bubble shields to better reflect their combat value. This is interesting. So I believe I was buying blue shields at the end of the wipe because I was all out of purples and golds. I believe the blue shield was like 3K. And that, I remember earlier in the wipe, 3K did feel like quite a bit. I'm interested to see how much they're increasing them. I never unlocked bubble shields or purple shields, the purple shield implants from who had those? Mida? It was Mida and NewCal, I believe. I never unlocked them for credit purchase, but I thought that they were already kind of expensive. I'm interested to see how much they're increasing the credit cost. They're not saying exactly. Sponsor kits. Added deluxe and superior sponsor kits to all factions. Okay, so I think they want more people to be on sponsor kits. And that's probably going to play into shield plants and self-revives having bumped cost. Enhanced sponsor kits unlock at faction level 10. That's kind of low. This can be achieved on a faction within a day. Enhanced sponsor kits now cost 4K. I thought they were like... How much were they last season? They were like 5K, weren't they? I think that's a downgrade. Or is that deluxe? Oh, no, enhanced is green. Enhanced was green. I think they were more expensive last season, I want to say. 2.5K. Oh, really? They're going up. 4K was deluxe this season? Really? They're tripling the price of the kits? Okay. So according to chat, enhanced sponsor kits are almost doubling in price. Deluxe sponsor kits are tripling in price. By the way, me personally, I thought that the kits were bad value last season because I preferred to just buy shield kits and patch kits and like use a V11 punch. I'm not too sure how I feel about this. I don't know. Deluxe sponsor kits now unlock at faction level 20. Superior sponsor kits, I believe this is new, cost 40,000 and they're unlocked at faction VIP. On unlock, players received their first kit for free, true for all rarities. No more gear rarity blending. Enhanced sponsor kits means enhanced gear, etc. Developer note, looking at feedback and data, we're making sponsor kits unlock sooner and have gear to match their rarity. Allowing players to reach higher rarity floors sooner was a focus in Season 2, and these changes aim to address that. We get drops for watching the stream. Herks up, drops will begin after the season starts. Like I said, read the whole title, but you will get drops for watching the stream when they begin. Yes. Replace materialist item status effects with new materialist lootable trinkets. Ping plus V4 schema is now superior to match the rarity of the Ping V4 implant. Okay. Salvage is now found more reliably in its associated region. Removed container-specific salvage, e.g. Demozoite rods and arms lockers. Okay. So this should make finding the blue biomatter resins way less annoying at bio research on Dire Marsh. I'm a fan of this. Hopefully now, when I'm trying to farm those up to level up my Arachne, it doesn't take literally 20 hours of constantly queuing Darsh and running to bio to try and get these fucking things, man. Rebalance credit costs and schema rarities for weapons to better match their returned combat potential. Okay. Combat. UESC turrets and drones are now counted as combatants for the purposes of run report and other statistics. Faction awards have been added when starting in-run activities like supply drop and secure resources, in addition to the faction rep granted when the activities are completed. What time will the season be released? Servers will go down in 15 minutes, and they're expected to be up within 2 to 3 hours from then. Some faction awards that were not shared by the crew, such as TAD activations, are now awarded to the whole crew. Runner shells. Adjusted the ping, adjusted ping to work more intuitively with Dibno, camera angle, and to make it easier to successfully ping enemies while downed. I remember this was really annoying. I was trying to ping somebody when I was down the other day, and I'm like mashing my middle mouse button, and it was not working. That should be nice. Fixed an issue where the heat bar would sometimes jump around when performing a heavy melee attack. I also remember this. I remember like heavy attacking, and like my heat bar would like jump down after it went up. So I guess it was like maybe like miscalculating how much heat to add and like took it back. It's like, I don't know. Fixed an issue where finishers could sometimes push runners through geometry. Fixed an issue where the crew feed death announcements could fail to appear when a runner was killed by a non-runner or non-combatant source like out of bounds volumes. Fixed an issue where Dibno movement animations would not play if the player was holding ADS when downed. Movement. Mantle has been adjusted to make climbing up rough terrain more consistent. Oh, Robbie, thank you for the gifted. I think Fix an issue where players would bump up and down repeatedly when pushing up against railings. Okay, this is nice. I don't know if they're addressing this because they're not explicitly mentioning it in this patch. However, one thing that I found really, really annoying about mantling in Season 1 was if you mantled something and then turned really quickly while you're in the animation, it moves your forward momentum to wherever you're turning, and when you finish the vaulting animation, you end up moving towards where you turned, and you instantly just drop off wherever you were climbing, and it bugs out. Stats. Prime recovery and tactical recovery stats now increase the recharge rate of their respective abilities by a maximum of 70%, down from 100. Interesting. Okay. So now prime and tactical recovery is going to be less valuable. With the Cradle, players have far more direct access to increasing their baseline runner stats without needing to collect materials and purchase faction upgrades. This is a significant increase in the average power that we need to adjust to maintain our intended balanced tuning. Additionally, in the live game, these stats are shaving off too much of the cooldown time for powerful abilities when maxed out. If you're playing Recon and you're maxed out tactical recovery and you have like all the implants that like give you more tactical recovery, you can throw a crab like every 10-15 seconds. It's like having a heat grenade on a 10-second cooldown, and it fucking tracks. So this should be good. Which, combined with the energy amp, is resulting in situations where it feels like certain abilities have no counterplay. Yeah. Taking a swing at the top and end recharge rates to manage this power increase and preserve opportunities for players to capitalize on the downtime between specific enemy abilities. Smart Heal. Smart Heal will now recommend a cardio kick if a runner is missing 0 health and has 1 available. Okay, I mean, it's pretty minor. New Sentinel. Yes, we already know most of this. I don't think we're going to learn anything new here, but the official patch notes: Defender System Prime Ability. Deploy a defensive platform that harmlessly neutralizes incoming explosives. You and your allies also gain increased weapon stability and reload speed when standing near the device. And, as always, bear in mind that it's got a limited number of projectiles to fire. Be sure to keep a steady eye out. Snare Mine, Tactical Ability. Toss a proximity-triggered mine which detonates into several immobilizing submunitions when enemies get too close. Ray Tracker, Trade Ability. Activate a motion tracking system on your HUD that allows you to see moving enemies on the radar within a conical zone in front of you. So this is the heartbeat sensor from Modern Warfare 2. I'm sure you guys have played that back in when that game came out, 2009. You're all familiar with this ability. Castle Doctrine, passive. You ready and reload SMGs, pistols, and shotguns more quickly based on the number of nearby hostiles. When you take splash damage, your hardware, firewall, and self-repair speed are increased for a short amount of time. Yo, Nikki, thank you for the primers up. Assassin! Fixed an issue where the smoke screen projectile could get stuck in tight corners and fail to detonate. Okay. I encountered this a couple times last season. It would go like ping, 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 ping in the corner and just be really annoying. Not ever deploy. Destroyer. Fixed an issue where Riot Barricade could be activated while getting on a ladder. Fixed an issue when switching weapons during a thruster activation could fail to ready the weapon. This might have been what I was experiencing yesterday, where like my thumb on my front hand when playing Destroyer would like flex every time I swapped to my other gun. You guys remember that? I was like swapping to like from Mizzy to Bully, and like every time I would, after I pulled out the gun, my Destroyer thumb would like flex like he's having a muscle spasm. Maybe that's this. Recon. Fixed an issue where shock drone detonation visual effects could appear far away from the actual detonation. Triage added an inspect animation for Reboot Plus. Wait, this is his ult, right? I thought it already had an inspect animation. Is there a new one? What? It already had an inspect. Updated Reboot Plus targeting icons for more consistent visual style. Vandal. Reduce instances of desync when being hit by knockback. Nice. Thank you. They need to reduce instances of desync when getting hit by robots as well. I remember getting fucking hit multiple times by sniper bot explosions yesterday, getting fucking thrown off a ledge and like rubber banding up and down constantly and not knowing whether or not I would remain up top on the rafters in the Cryo Archive. Thief. Fix multiple thief drone exploits where the drone could go out of bounds or into unplayable areas. Yeah, that's good. Cores. Close and personal shared core has been removed. Benefit can now be obtained from the Cradle upgrade system instead. I think that this is like a gray tier core because I don't recognize this one. New Sentinel. Reversal enhanced. Defeating an immobilized target heals you over time. Okay. These are the ones I already announced, and there's 7 more secret ones that we don't know about yet. Wellness Beacon. When standing near your defender system, you and your allies use medical items more quickly. Eminent Domain. Runner grenades neutralized by your defender system fall to the floor and become lootable. And 7 more that we don't know about. Implants. Implants have been significantly reworked. Each implant now has a single fixed perk and a fixed stat package. This should be nice for more consistent using builds. Now you don't have to read through a paragraph of text every time you find a gold implant to figure out what 2 random perks you rolled and figure out whether or not it's worth using with the stats you got. It should be real. I'm a big fan of this. This with the cradle, I think, is going to make Season 2 a lot nicer to play in the late game. Item rarity now determines the total amount of stats provided by an implant. Total amount of stats scales up with each rarity tier from gray all the way up through gold. Certain implants can now only be found at higher rarity tiers. Energy Harvester's perk now activates on tactical ability activation rather than deactivation. This means that state-based tactical abilities, like Assassin's Active Camo, gain the benefit while the ability is active rather than needing to wait for the effects to end. I think Energy Harvester is Energy Harvester was the head implant that gave you more tactical regen. But that was just a stat. I guess now Energy Harvester has a specific perk associated with it that will increase your tactical regen speed, I suppose. New implants. Oh, we don't know any. Oh, this is new. We don't know anything about this. New implants. Head. Blindside. Performing a finisher on a downed runner grants you the effects of Signal Jammer for a short time. This seems a little bit mid. I'm not going to lie. This seems kind of meh. Immune response. Cleansing, a mechanical status effect, briefly increases your melee damage. Cleansing, an OS status effect, briefly increases your self-repair speed. Again, this is it's a bit underwhelming. I think this is like one of those things that you'll like throw on if you have nothing else that you want to aim for. But like if it feels like triggering niche things like this for a bonus effect, it's nice, but it's like this is like a hard thing to consistently hit and take advantage of. You feel me? Smell me? Dynamo. Gain increased agility and heat capacity when your tactical or prime abilities are fully charged, stacked twice. This is good. This you can consistently use and doesn't have a prerequisite. Thank you, Bungie. Thank you. This is good design. This is actually very useful. Like, for Destroyer specifically, I think this might be the new Destroyer #1 implant, depending on what the stat it gives are. Stats it gives are. Pardon me. Torso, going dark. While channeling a healing consumable, you become invisible. Really? That's interesting. Splash guard. When you take splash damage, your agility is briefly increased. Take less self-damage from your own explosive equipment. Okay. Hopefully they give this to Rook so I can stop killing myself using claymores when I'm trying to 1v3. Inoculation kit. While under the effects of a mechanic or OS status effect, all of your non-resistant stats are increased. Okay. Lower. Duck and cover. After sliding, your self-repair speed is briefly increased, and you use healing consumables more quickly. Trailblazer kit. After defeating a hostile with a melee or knife attack, your next slide generates no heat. Interesting. I think that this is a better, like, this you can proc more consistently than these, but it's not great. Like, generating no heat on a slide, that's okay. It's not, like, crazy. It's okay, though. Weapons. Weapon cosmetics can now be customized directly through an item's inspect screen. Nice. Now you don't have to back out through as many menus. That's really good. Weapons in the overflow inventory can now be inspected, which allows their mods to be removed if there is vault space available. Nice. I remember it was really fucking annoying if you had like overflow space and you just wanted to strip a mod. Like, let's say you complete a Rook run, but your vault is full, but you managed to loot a geared team with, last season the bully was really common. This season, supposedly, they're increasing the rarity of the bully. Let's say you looted a bully with meta attachments that you want to keep, but you don't care to keep the bully. Like, let's say you really, really want a drum mag. You could not take the drum mag off in the overflow screen. You'd have to make space in your vault, move the bully over, empty your overflow screen, equip the bully, remove the attachment, and then sell the bully. So this should fix that problem. Fix an issue where picking up loose loot while switching weapons could result in a player's equipped weapon being in a bad state. Okay, this might. Was this like the cause of the reload bug or something? What is going on with my voice? Hold on, let me take a sip of water. My voice is actively dying. Jeez. Pistols, new. D54 battle pistol, fully automatic 3-round burst handgun. CE tactical sidearm, buffing the pea shooter. Increase the speed at which the weapon's recoil settles when firing by 15%. Reduce ADS accuracy multiplier by about 50%. Rebased aim assist and magnetism. We're not going to read all this. I think we read this on the last, it wasn't patch notes, but they were doing a preview of the upcoming update. We already know all this. Essentially what they're doing is they're making the CE tactical sidearm less useless. They're increasing the amount of aim assist you get. You have better bullet magnetism. Again, your aim assist cone is bigger. Your hip fire and ADS projectile accuracy are rebalanced. Just nothing crazy. Essentially, all of this just means that the CE tactical sidearm will be slightly less useful. Magnum MC, decrease the fire rate. Okay, we know this as well, but this is brief. Decrease the fire rate from 150 RPM to 138. Damage per bullet increased from 33 to 41, which is really interesting. This is almost a 30% increase they're only decreasing the RPM by like 8%. So this should actually be a pretty substantial Magnum buff. Yo, Gross Loops, thank you for the run. Precision multiplier decreased from 2 to 1.9. Increase the aim assist fall off start distance by 20%. Adjust the reticle recentering behavior for easier follow-up shots when firing rapidly. Okay. So I think the Magnum for early game is going to be pretty good. Depending on if they change the rarity and if they make it... I don't think the Magnum was particularly hard to obtain in Season 1, but I got a feeling the Magnum in the early to early mid-game, we're going to see a fair amount of the Magnum, I think. The Magnum's going to be pretty good with these buffs, I want to say. Submachine guns, new KKV, pistol frame SMG with integrated suppressor. Burt, increased magazine size from 35 to 45. So now... you don't even need the Circuit Tracers mod if you have the Prestige mod. It should already be pretty good. This is an extra 2 shots with the Prestige mod. That's pretty big. Copperhead. Converted base bullet and Prestige bullet... Base bullet and Prestige mod bullets from projectile to hit scan. Why were they projectile before? Yo, JPM, thank you for the gifted. Why? It's a ballistic weapon. Why were they projectiles before? I did not know that, but why would it be like that? Rebase magazine size stats to multiples of 3 to better support the Prestige mod. So base from 28 to 30. Max from 78. 57? What? Why would they nerf? Okay. Oh, what? You know what? I forgot. They're rebalancing all of the attachments. Surely that's backwards? It's not, because 78 is not a... it might... Is it backwards? Because 78 a multiple of 3? I think it is, right? It is. So, because 90 minus 12 is 78. So it's a multiple of 3. But 57 is also a multiple of 3. What? Okay, all right, whatever. I think that this is just because of they already announced that they're changing how the attachments are balanced. I'm guessing they're just drastically decreasing how powerful drum magazines are, because drum mags were crazy strong in Season 1. Using a bully every time you had to run a drum mag. Shotguns. Ms. Raya, 2442. Increase pellet spread and hip fire by 10%. 10%! Increase pellet spread while aiming down sights by 5%. Increase base rate of fire from 58 to 72 RPM. Compensate for the removal of slick mags. Rebase magazine stats. So now every mag will result in at least +1 round in the magazine. Reduce base damage fall off from 11 to 10. Increase max damage fall off from 15 to 16. So the default Mizzy is going to be stronger, but overall it's going to be weaker. There's not going to be any more slick mags, and they don't mention it here. But we already know from the last announcement that the full auto Prestige mod is getting kind of gutted. They're hardcore nerfing the Prestige mod. I think they're reducing it from like 150 RPM to like 90 something. So the Mizzy is still going to be strong, but it's going to be way less oppressive. I think if they don't, they have, they're not changing the circuit breaker. Because this is all the shotgun changes they're doing. They're not changing the circuit breaker. So circuit breaky is going to be the new end gun, I think. Circuit breaky is super, super strong. Prestige circuit breaky is going to be crazy. That's going to be the new meta gun. I'm calling it right now. You guys are going to be fucking complaining. Like, Twitter is going to be hardcore complaining about the circuit breaky. Rifles. Overrun. Reduce horizontal and vertical recoil. Okay, they already announced this in the last one again. I think this will make the overrun a little better, but it's not going to be great still. Twin tap, reduce. Oh! Is the twin tap going to be useful now? Oh my god! The twin tap was useless for the entire fucking season, so maybe now it'll be good. Reduce the weapon's horizontal recoil variance, resulting in 75% less horizontal spread. So now it should be actually usable without recoil mods, okay? Change from 420 to 600 RPM? Increase the speed of rounds in a burst by 30%. Decrease actual fire rate by 20 to compensate. Okay. So I guess now instead of going doot 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 doot, it's gonna doot 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 doot. You feel me? Damage per bullet increased from 17 to 22. Okay. Precision multiplier reduced from 1.7 to 1.3. What? Fixed an issue where this weapon was not benefiting from crouch accuracy stat bonuses. Increased mag capacity across all mags. Increased speed at which the accuracy cone returns to baseline when firing. Q-tap regen optic. Rate of fire decreased by 12%. Precision multipliers decreased from 1.7 to 1.4. Increased damage per bullet from 14 to 15. Is this this sounds like it's not going to be any better. I'm not going to lie. I was like, yes, 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 until I read this. 1.7 to 1.3 is crazy. That's a crazy debuff. I was excited before. I don't think we're going to see the twin tap that much. Maybe this is like what they determined after testing it, but I don't know. This doesn't seem like the twin tap is going to be exceptionally better than it was before. All right, V75 Scar, increased reload speed by about 18%. Impact HAR, added more camera shake at high stability stat to feel more appropriate for a heavy ammo weapon. Inverted bullets fired from this weapon from projectile to hit scan. Why were the hard bullets projectile? I thought when you shot the hard... Oh no, I'm thinking of the Demolition LMG. So the Demolition LMG, when you shoot the Demo LMG... it was like the long shot or the Outland where it would leave a trail. I thought that the impact was like that. I guess not. Interesting. So a little bit of a scar buff. Impact HAR. I mean, I guess that this is just like a slight buff, maybe. And then this is just like a a user experience buff. Not really gameplay. They didn't really change that much. Precision rifles. The V66 lookout for a better gun. Decreased charge shot time by 18%. Increased reload speed by 18%. Oh my goodness. Thank you for the 20sec_man. TTS go through? Hello? TTS! Okay, I guess we're not getting TTS on that one. Just got here. Take the update from the top again. No! You're on YouTube. Just rewind. BR-33 volley rifle fixed an issue where the BR-33 Victory Lap Blue Unique Deluxe Unique variant that was granting erroneous stats and updated it with the correct intended stats. Erroneous stats weren't providing any bonuses or penalties. This is under the hood cleanup. Correct intended stat bonuses are 10 stability, 30 range, 10 accuracy, 30 reload speed, 30 move speed, 40 ADS speed, 20 equip speed, and 10 aim assist. Okay, so the Blue Unique BR-33 is going to be... I think this Blue Unique is going to be pretty strong in the early game. Like, these stat changes are kind of crazy. Weapon mods. Mods can now be directly dragged from weapon to another in the loadout UI screen. Yes! Yes! Mods can now be dragged from an equipped weapon into a container while in run. Thank you. Baneblade, thank you for the gifted sub. Fixed an issue where dragging a mod to detach it failed to play a sound cue. Removed sniper thermals. They already announced this. However, yeah, guys, Darsh, I think, is going to be way more playable, especially Narsh. Narsh is going to be fucking so much better without sniper thermals, bro. Normal thermals are going to be pretty damn strong, I would say. This is what Destiny died for? Yeah, good. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm not going to open that can of worms right now. We're trying to read the patch notes. Let's settle down. Chips, stack overflow, rotated out all rarities of the loot pool. So they're removing stack overflow. Optimal Prime, rotated all rarities out. Okay, yeah, they're removing stack overflow and Optimal Prime. Rorschach test now adds bonus stability and aim assist for 10 seconds after activation. Increase the overflow amount for ballistic weapons by roughly 20%. Okay, Rorschach is getting a buff then. Rorschach is if you reload while near a bunch of enemies, it would overflow your magazine. Now you get stability and aim assist. So Rorschach is going to be pretty good. I think they're trying to make Rorschach the new stack overflow. Insurance plan. The mechanical and OS cleanse from the superior to rarity tier is now a part of the deluxe and enhanced rarity tiers. Well, okay. Keyboard Warrior, increased accuracy and stat range bonuses by 25%. Chaos Theory added a passive boost to the reload stat of the enhanced deluxe and superior to rarities. Sia increased the duration of invisibility from 3 to 4 seconds. Yeah, I remember proccing this before, and I was like, this feels really short. So this should feel nice, I think. Trigger Discipline. Fixed an issue where Trigger Discipline was always permanently active. Reworked the perk under the hood to provide bonuses to the relevant accuracy stats instead of just only a flat bonus multiplier. Reduced the flat bonus multiplier to a static value across all tiers. Added perk feedback to the HUD tray to help communicate the active timer of the background process. Added a passive bonus to the equip speed stat across all tiers. Background process was kind of a useless core in season 1. So maybe this will make background processes a little bit more useful. Are Twitch drops live right now? Did they update it, guys? Refresh the browser. Is it ready? Let me know. I can update the title. Alt F4. Yeah, guys, if you want to. Okay, no, I'm not going to say that. There's going to be people who alt F4. No, Twitch drops. Okay. Mini Jammer. Fixed an issue where the rarity tiers could activate while the weapon is stowed. Added passive stat penalties to the aim assist and ADS speed stats across all tiers. Increased the time it takes to activate the perk on enhanced, deluxe, and superior tiers. Enhanced from 2.5 to 3 seconds, deluxe from 1 to 2, and superior from 0.5 to 1. Rah. Blue Blood now heals 25 health over 1 second. Previously was instant. Interesting. Reverse Card now heals 20 shield over 1 second. Previously was instant. Remove the requirement of the player needing to be below half health in order to proc Reverse Card. Ooh. Reverse Card is going to be pretty good now. This is going to be really strong in CQC. Reverse Card is going to be meta in Cryo, definitely. I think Reverse Card is going to be really, really strong on the KKV. Now you don't have to be below half health. So, guys, if you think about it, if you need to be below half health to recharge your shield, it's kind of hard to proc it unless you're already under fire. Because if you're already under half health and you don't have any shield, you probably aren't in the position to use any healing shit and you're probably already about to die. So now you don't, like, it doesn't matter what state your health is at. Now you can restore shield regardless. So this is really, oh, yo, Vicious Robin and Dirtwing. Thank you for the primes, guys. Yeah, Reverse Card. This is going to be really, really, really strong for fucking season 2, dude. Eyes on Fire added a passive bonus to the aim assist stat across all tiers. Bounty Hunter increased the amount of credits rewarded per UESC kill. Standard from 10 to 25, enhanced from 15 to 50, deluxe from 20 to 75, and superior from 25 to 100. Now it should be a little bit more useful. Yo, Master Chief's Body Pillow, thank you for the $1. Fixed an issue where Bounty Hunter wasn't awarding credits upon UESC scan drone kills. Okay. Bounty Hunter, I still don't think that this is going to be crazy strong, but it's going to be more useful for sure. They're quadrupling it at the highest tier, but it's not going to be the strongest thing all the time. I think if you get a superior in the early season, it might be helpful to farm out some more credits on Cryo. But other than that, it's not going to be great. What's up, Easy Ice? Cloudborne. Yes, I will be using a lot of Cloudborne because I already talked about this. My strategy for season 2 is I want to abuse smokes. I want to be the reason that they have to nerf smoke grenades. I'm going to be hoarding smoke grenades. I'm going to be spamming smokes on Assassin. I'm going to be abusing the shit out of Cloudborne. I want to be the reason that they nerf smokes. Smokes are secret, overpowered tech. Nobody in the community understands how strong smokes are right now. They're really, really annoying to play against. If you're smoked and signal jammed, you're just totally invisible, and you can have so many. Your smoke grenades stack up to 3. You can bring so many into the raid. You could just spam them. There's an assassin core that increases the smoke fucking duration. Hey, we're gonna be the reason that smoke grenades get nerfed. I'm telling you, the new Claymore. That's what the streets are saying. Smoke grenades are the new Claymores, man. Redesigned perk benefits entirety while in smoke. Weapon has increased stability, accuracy, and handling. Plus movement speed. Previously, it was overflowing the magazine when reloading. This is really, really good. Really, really, really good. Like Cloudborne with a KKV or the Mizzy, really strong. New Ghillie Suit, all rarities. So this is a new chip. New chip, chat. After crouching for a short duration, this weapon has increased stability, range, and accuracy. New Buffer Overflow, all rarities, precision downs and kills with this weapon grants a stacking increase to reload speed. Okay, so this is like I forget what the other chip was called, but it used to be precision hits increased reload speed and precision. I guess now this is like maybe a stronger tier. So now, like, maybe if you kill like one robot, it's the equivalent of like hitting 10 precision shots. I don't know. Bits per second. That's what I'm thinking of. Thank you, Fusion. Thank you. Urgent Care. All rarities. Kills are down with this weapon while missing health grants a stacking bonus to your self-repair speed until you return to full health. Number of stacks and benefits increases with each tier. Upon Season 2 launch, chip mod description will not specify this and will be fixed in an upcoming release. Okay, this is an interesting note to make. I don't think that this is going to be that strong. I don't know why they're more. This is like, I think that this is going to be one of the chips where it's like you throw it on a gun because you have nothing else. This is not that good. It's okay, I guess. It's like better than nothing. That's my take on this core. It's better than nothing, but it's not going to be anything easy. Alarmist. All rarities. After aiming down sights for a brief duration, projectile impacts create a terrifying scan drone alert. This is going to be fun. So this is the new ornithologist experiment. Now you control people in cryo by shooting near them and making it sound like they're getting targeted by a sentry turret. That's pretty good. Refocuser, all rarities, taking explosive damage, grants this weapon increased ADS and aim assist. Scrapyard. Defeating hostiles with this weapon has a chance to spawn depleted health or standard materials. Oh, early? Okay. They've already announced this one. Early in the season, this is going to be really good. Early in the season, this is going to be a really, really, really strong core. It's going to help you farm up health items that you can burn in the early game. And then it'll help you farm up the mats for your early game upgrades. I think this is really, really good. I've got it wrong. The scan drone is the suck drone. It's going to be even funnier. Oh! Wait. Scan drone alert? Really? It's the suck drone, not the sentry turret? Okay. This is going to be really troll then. I did not know that. Thank you, Baneblade. Magazines, shotgun. Okay. So here is where they're going to announce all the changes to the weapon mods. So based on what they said about the Copperhead magazine maximum being changed, it sounds like they're just going to gut a lot of the super meta stuff. Did they address the spawn rates for cryo keys? We haven't seen that yet. Magazines, shotgun, compartmental mag. Enhanced green was 25 range and 30 magazine. Now 10 range and 10 mag and 10 reload speed. Yo! Thank you for the prime shifting. Deluxe blue was 35 range, 40 mag, and now 15 range, 20 mag, and 20 reload speed. Superior purple was 45 range and 10 mag. Now plus 20 range, 30 mag, and 30 reload speed. Okay. Fast load mag. They're just removing the magazine increase from enhanced. Okay. And making it reload slightly slower. I think overall what they're doing is they're making magazine mods less powerful. So you can see here, they're just removing range, removing mag cap, and just adding reload speed. Yo, thank you for the prime, Alec. Alar, Alazar, fuck! Alazarhis, thank you for the prime. So it sounds like they're just nerfing at least a little tap to a lot of the magazines and just shifting their power a little bit. Extra mag, enhanced green, was 10 reload speed and 30 mag. Now it's just 30 mag. 60 to 50, no more reload speed. 90 to 80, no more reload speed. Slick mag. Okay, they're removing Slick mag. I don't even know why they're announcing this. I guess this is for like if they add it back into the game. Crimson Flux, thank you for the prime! Guys, thank you for the primes. I really appreciate it. Slick mags. These don't really matter. They're removing Slick mag for now, but when it does come back, this is the stats we can expect, I guess. Oh wait, no. Okay, so Slick mag is going to exist. They're just shifting around the power. Melee Law, thank you for the primary sub. Oh my god, it's a treasure train. All aboard the treasure train, guys. Wow. Inferno Raft, thank you for the prime. Guys, can we? I'm trying to read the patch notes. Chill out. Okay, so Slick mag is actually staying in. They're just removing rate of fire. Now it's just 30 mag and 60 range. Okay, Bathwater for sale. Thank you for the tier 1. Rifle SMG. Hollow case rounds. Was 10 mag, 5 reload speed, and 5 range. Now just 10 range and 10 reload speed. Thank you, Slayer Side, for the prime. Thank you, guys. You guys are spamming the chat. Reloader mag. Enhanced green. Was 10 mag, 10 reload speed. Now 10 mag and 30 reload speed. Okay, Reloader mag is getting a buff. This is a buff. Deluxe blue. Was 30 mag, 40 reload speed. Now 20 mag and 50 reload speed. Added revealing rounds perk as an intrinsic perk. What's revealing rounds? Anybody know what that is? I don't. Was this like an inherent perk to the reloader mag that I'm not aware of? Where does it say the cryo won't be available all this week? They announced that cryo would reopen on the 11th. Superior purple was 60 mag, 80 reload speed. Now 30 mag and 70 reload. Okay, so this one got a slight nerf. The other one's got a buff. Added revealing rounds as an intrinsic perk. Oh wait, isn't this the LiDAR rounds? I think it might be. Unforeseen. Thank you for the prime. Steady rounds. Enhanced was 10 mag, 10 stability. Now 10 mag, 10 stability and 10 range. Okay, slight buff. 20 mag, 20 stability, 15 range. Now 20, 30, and 15. Again, slight buff. 40 mag, 50 stability. Now 30 mag, 50 stability, and 20. Okay. So, yeah, this was like a slight power adjustment. A lot of the magazines are just getting rebalanced entirely. Jordan Chaos, thank you for the prime resub. Thank you, buddy. Drum mag. Deluxe blue was plus 60, now 50. Superior purple was plus 90, now plus 80. Precision rifles. Stabilizing mag. Guys, I'm not gonna lie. I'm just reading stats over. I'm just gonna like skim through these and like give you guys an idea of what we're looking at. So stabilizing mag. It looks like the base, the green, slight buff. The deluxe is wait, what? Was 30 stability, 40 magazine, now 30 magazine and 40 stability? Okay, so they just swapped the stats. Okay, this is like really insane to read. We're just gonna skim this one. 50-50, now 40-50. Okay, so in essence, a lot of the magazines have slight rebalances. They're shifting a lot of power away from magazine capacity. Magazine capacity is mostly down across the board, and a lot of the secondary stats have been increased, in essence, because we're just saying the same shit over and over at this point. They're doing it for a pistol as well. Pistol precision, SMG, and shotguns. All the magazine attachments are getting changed. Railguns as well. LMGs. Bolt cells. Okay, half of the patch notes is just these fucking magazine changes. Okay, optics. Optics, here we go. Sniper. SP scope thermal. Superior purple rotated the superior rarity out of the loot pool for season 2, as this was the only thermal sniper optic left in the loot pool. As this means there will not be a thermal sniper optic available in season 2. Venture Fox, thank you for the gifted sub. So no more thermals on snipers. This should make Darsh way more playable. Darsh and Narsh, W. Neuro optic lens, variable zoom. This is like more stat spam. Essentially, what they're doing for the Neuro optic lens is they're removing a lot of the ADS speed and they're shifting that power to accuracy. It used to just grant total ADS speed. Now it gives you a little bit of ADS speed and a little bit of accuracy across every tier, with Superior Purple being 100 ADS speed. Now it's 60 and 60 accuracy. So they're just moving the power a little bit away from the ADS speed. AccuSight, they're removing what? Okay, they're just shifting a lot of stats here. This is Stat City. A lot of Stat City here. Rifle SMG, thermal. Okay, so the thermal rifle SMG Superior Purple was minus 20 ADS speed, 70 accuracy. Now minus 20 ADS speed, 60 moving accuracy, and what? Plus 60 range? Wait, what? Why does the thermal give you more range? I'm sorry, I don't understand this. Rifle SMG, shortwave scout optic thermals, 60 moving accuracy plus 60 range? Yo, Draconic Caster, thank you for the gifted. Why would this be giving range? I don't get this. I mean, I guess this makes the thermal on the bully a lot more usable. But rifle SMG, it's a scope. No. This is not the precision. This is not for the precision thermal. This is the one that goes on the bully and the Har. They took it off of snipers. Yeah, they only deleted thermals from the sniper. But I don't know why they would make the SMG rifle one add range. This seems, you still can't see the thermal past 80 meters. Yeah, that is true. But I think what this is going to do, it's going to make Thermal Bully a lot stronger, because the reason why you wouldn't want to run Thermal Bully late last season is because the far reach optic exists, right? And that would give you range. And you wouldn't be able to hit max range if you took a thermal optic. So I guess it's an indirect bully buff, I suppose. Twin scope optic, again, just a lot of stat adjustments. I don't want to read through all this. It's so much static. Okay, holy shit. It's just all static. Okay, precision rifle. For the thermal on the precision rifle, was minus 20 ADS speed, plus 50 ADS accuracy. Now it's minus 20 ADS speed, 60 ADS accuracy, and 60 moving accuracy. So there's no range bonus for the thermal. We're going to skip all these stats, except for the LMG. LMG thermal, Superior Purple was minus 20 ADS speed, plus 50 range, plus 50 ADS accuracy. Now minus 20 ADS speed, 60 range, and 60 moving. Okay, so the thermals got buffed. Precision rifle did not get the range, but the LMG and SMG thermals got a range buff, which is interesting to see. We're going to see more of those thermals. I think maybe they're wanting people to use them more on Narsh. I think maybe that's why they're buffing them. I don't know. Equipment. Grenade ready animations extended by 0.2 seconds. Note, ready animation plays when a grenade is pulled out and primed. The throw, after the button is released, has been unchanged. We feel this change preserves the responsiveness and joy of throwing a grenade, but has a measurable effect on how many grenades can be thrown in rapid succession. The extra time also allowed us to polish the ready animations and make them a little more expressive. Yeah, this is obviously very good. I think that it's going to reduce some of the nade spam a little bit. However, I'm going to skip around here a little bit. For the frag grenade and heat grenade damage got reduced from 40 to 20, which I found a bit perplexing. The heat grenade damage wasn't that big in the first place. The frag grenade only got nerfed by 15% from 135 to 115. Keep in mind, guys, you have 100 base health and each shield bar is 25 shield. So now what all this means is that it can no longer one-shot you if you have a gray shield, but only, okay, so think about it like this. Grenade ready animations have been extended by 0.2 seconds. It used to be, okay, so if we're just doing math, if you nail 2 frag grenades after the nerf, it's still 230 damage, which is enough to kill anybody. Any gold shield, whatever. All they did was make it take 0.4 seconds longer. The DPS of the frag grenade is, it's still going to be insanely oppressive. We're going to see how Sentinel impacts the grenade spam, but frag grenades are still going to be really, really strong, dude. Frag grenades are still going to chunk so hard. I think that they need to bring frag grenades in a little bit more. I think that even if frag grenades did 70 or 80 damage, they'd still be pretty oppressive. Equipment. Frost Mine. New. This is new. New Frost Mine. Frost Mine is a placeable piece of equipment similar to a Claymore. Detonates when an enemy is nearby, and instead of a high damage conical blast like the Claymore, explodes in a spherical blast, dealing moderate damage but also spreading the frost debuff to any enemies caught in it. Vector Grenade. This grenade's primary purpose is not damage but rather information. When a Vector Grenade detonates, it creates a field of revealing pulses that linger in the world for a short time, highlighting spaces in a large area and any enemies inside its radius. This grenade is an essential companion in Narsh and other hard-to-see places. Yo, Examinize GB, thank you for the prime. New! Signal Flares. Signal Flares come in red, green, and blue varieties. They each have a different lens flare shape. They already announced this in the last post. I don't know why they're harping on about the different lens flare shape. It's like, I don't know why it matters that much to mention. But thank you guys for making different lens flare shapes. Yo, Venture Fox, thank you for the prime. Wasn't it 120 HP and plus 120 for each shield? Was it 120 HP? Am I misremembering? Oh no, I spread misinformation in the video. Okay, so it's either 100 HP or 120 HP. Whatever. It's one of the two. Regardless, my point remains. The frag grenade is still going to be really oppressive. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the specifics are. Gray shield is total 140. Okay, so it is 120. I'm sorry. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Sam the Sock, David the Prime. All right. Again, frag grenade, heat grenade nerfs. Signal Jammer. Visual and detection jamming will temporarily flicker off when a player performs actions, uses abilities, shoots their weapon, or takes damage. No longer blocks detection by early warning system, which is the Prestige Recon Core, and no longer blocks detection by Vital Intel, which is the Strider Prestige Optic. Evermurph, thank you for the prime. Appreciate it, buddy. Signal Jammer. Pardon me. We already read all this. Developer note, Signal Jammers in Season 1 felt like a default requirement for any engagement because they offered a flat, guaranteed advantage whether you were repositioning for an ambush or sprinting directly into combat. This change will make Signal Jammers reward tactical movement and stealth while being less effective during a firefight. I think Signal Jammers are still going to be really strong. I think that it's good that they nerfed them, but they're still going to be really, really good. Definitely. Combatants and hazards. Non-Warden UESC Ghost weapon damage decreased by 20%. This should be nice because I remember the ghosts being really, really annoying. Like if you got swarmed by ghosts and like if you had two ghost bots shooting at you at the same time, your fucking entire health bar would just disappear. You'd lose all your shields and you'd be at 1/3 HP instantly. Instantly, dude. Instantly. Reduced Tox Plant activation radius. Updated ground visuals for better visibility. Yes! I remember getting hit constantly by this shit. Yo, Katsky guy, thank you for the 5 gifted. I got hit constantly by this bullshit. These stupid Tox Plants and their radius was crazy. Like, visually, you'd be like so far away from the Tox Plant and you'd still get hit. So this should be nice. This would be a nice change. Remove damage from the compiler's death performance, though runners will still be knocked back. That's an interesting change. I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense. Maybe there was a scenario where an entire team got downed and they like complained on the forums or something. That might have happened. Like they complained on Reddit. We finally did our first compiler, but we all got downed by the explosion and none of us had a self-revive. That could have been it. Fixed an issue where the Scorch Warden slam attack could be initiated through walls. Reduced camera displacement from UESC's Scout's Heat Blast ability. Okay, so now it should be marginally less annoying to get exploded by the sniper bots. These sniper bot explosions, dude, are so annoying, though. I hope they nerf them a little bit more than that later. Like next season or whatever. These guys are so annoying, man. It's so annoying. User interface and experience. This is big. This is big. This is big. This is big. Players are now able to click on an equipable loadout slot while on the vault screen to refine the vault to only display compatible items. Simplified the visuals of item tiles. Players can now use keyboard controller shortcuts to purchase upgrades in the faction upgrade screen. Default keybinds, controller is PS5 Square and Xbox X. Mouse and keyboard is spacebar. Sup, small pink. Run report now displays rewards earned in Now displays rewards earned in run via events and objectives, improved UI performance for faction menus, added tooltips for stat comparison support. Updated Deathbox lockout icon for more consistent visual style. Fixed an issue where Lux currency balances could temporarily display an incorrect remaining balance after making a purchase. Yo, that kid Polly, thank you for the 2. Fixed an issue where items tracked from the codex entries could not be untracked elsewhere. Thank you. Thank you. I remember tracking multiple things that I didn't want tracked, and I was unable to untrack them. And every time I found them, I would just have them highlighted green, and I didn't want them. Fixed an issue where rewards failed to preview during Faction Rank Up. Fixed a bug that showed icon for selling over-limit items that weren't being sold. Fixed a visual artifact that could appear in the Rank Up celebration element animation. Fixed an issue where interact waypoints could sometimes appear on empty containers. Customization. Default cosmetics for all runners, weapons, and profile items are now visible in Customize. Players can reset their cosmetics to their default appearance by equipping the default option rather than unequipping the current cosmetic. Oh, okay. So now it adds a default option for every one of the cosmetics. So like the default Vandal is its own skin. So now like when you're customizing your Vandal, you don't reselect a skin to unequip your skins. You select the default Vandal. Okay, that's good. Marginally less annoying. That's good. Item previews can now be rotated more freely for more inspection from more angles. That should be nice. So I know this because I use this for a few visuals in my videos. So before, when you inspected an item, you could only rotate it on its vertical axis. You could only turn it left or right. From the sounds of this, you should now be able to rotate it up and down, perhaps. Because before you could only spin shit in circles. Now it sounds like they added a little bit of a horizontal axis, but it doesn't sound like it's going to be like a total 360. You can spin and flip it in every direction. It sounds like you just get a slight horizontal axis as an option for inspects now, which is a nice touch. That should be nice for thumbnails and for video visuals. Split off customized menu from the vault menu, add it to the main menu. Nice. Added a new accessory section to customize where runners can view their charm and sticker collections. Stickers! Bat chest! Menu navigation. Preparation screens, zone select and ready up have quality of life improvements and revisions. Clearer delineation between map variants and game modes, clearer approach to selecting crew size and fill options. Yes! Yes! Now when people open up the game for the first time and they want to queue solo, it's not going to be like a huge ass play button with in small tiny text above that to the top right, crew fill enabled. So now if somebody wants to play solo, they'll more easily be able to see that they're going to have crew fill enabled by default. That's really good. I remember that was really annoying when I started playing. When is season 2? Server should open in between 1.5 or 2.5 hours, somewhere in that range. Additional visual polish to the radio experience. Remove the loadout menu to simplify and speed up the run preparation. Coconut Ranger 17, they were the prime. Added navigation support for in-lobby matchmaking. Added and reorganized main menu buttons to allow quicker access to major run preparation systems. Updated the presentation of buttons in the persistent bottom bar to make it simpler and clearer. Again, a lot of the UI buttons on the bottom, I remember like somebody in chat, this happened like last week. Somebody in chat told me to hide the menu on the ready up screen. And I'm like, I don't think you can do that. And then in the chat, they're like, no, you press C, look at the bottom left. And I'm like, what the fuck? There was like a little button on the bottom left that said, press C to hide the menu. And I had no idea. I just had no idea that it was down there because it was just so hard to see. Armory. Improved UI performance in the Armory. Yes. Weapons in the Armory that are free claims now display the indicator of their mod rarity. Fixed an issue that caused Armory offers to not show any purchase requirements for an item after claiming its daily free offer. Fixed an issue that would leave multiple unmerged partial stacks of materials in the vault after purchasing a barter from the Armory that had a material cost. Fixed an issue where material cost in Armory barters is not displayed. Sponsor kits with a sell value now display a sell action rather than an incorrect 0 credit dismantle action. Okay. Good. Now you can sell sponsor kits if you buy them and don't want them anymore. I guess. Whoever's been doing that. Yo, good morning, Six Figures. Social. Improve the consistency of push-to-talk inputs while in the lobby. Yes. Yes. Ben. Added the ability to mute players from the player profile screen. Yes. Updated crew member tooltips to enable disable text chat when hovering yourself. So now you can mute people's text chats. Asher will be glad to see that. Fixed a bug where inventory items would not show up when a player joined your crew at the ready screen. So this should get rid of the bug where somebody would join your ready and they just have no items. Like they have an inventory value of like 30K, but it shows they have nothing. So I think that's what that is. Crew leaders can now control crew size from a drop down after zone select. Okay, so now you can like block people from joining, I guess. And the recent players tab of the friends list now has players from the most recent run as the top, and fixed an issue where friends would be out of order on the recent players list. When you have a pending invite, your friends list will automatically go to the all invites tab the first time you open it. Mailbox messages with unclaimed attachments will now display a confirmation dialog box before deletion. In-game friends list should now correctly reflect online marathon players and shouldn't include friends from other Bungie games. Fixed an issue where players couldn't see other crew members' weapon customizations on the ready screen, and fixed the report player dialogue content that was not staying within the title safe area on ultra wide screens. Are drops on today? They will be, WAS TTV. Drops will be enabled when the season begins. So stick around for that, guys. Don't close the stream. Leave the stream on, guys. Wink. Wait, am I allowed to say that? Okay, never mind. Regardless, drops will be enabled later. Contracts. Added contract tagging for the latest seasonal content. Fixed various issues where contracts were pointing players to the incorrect location. Tooltips could be clarified or corrected, or waypoints were not behaving properly. Do I have FPS issues on this game? Gone Moth? No, I don't, but I have like a high-spec PC and I only play at 60 FPS because my monitor is only 60 hertz. So I've never had any FPS. Well, occasionally I have had FPS issues, but largely it's not a problem for me. Fixed various issues where a voiceover from contracts were playing to multiple crews or only one crew, even if multiple crews completed the contract in the same run. Fixed an issue where destroying turrets or drones were not counting towards multiple contracts. Fixed an issue where runners could not reacquire the runner-gunner trial archive contract on a later cycle if the contract had expired before claiming. Progression. Priority contracts no longer have a faction rank requirement. Yes, now you can just hard farm out contracts without having to fucking bullshit out a bunch of stupid rando contracts that do nothing. Ranks at which standard contract pools are rotated in and out have been adjusted. Based on the faction contract active, UESC kills will grant a small amount of rep towards that faction. Tuning difficulty of various contracts down to reduce the amount of runs it takes to complete them. Developer note, our goal is to shave off the rough edges, chill down a bit on the heavy traversal and the in a single run requirements, and reformulate the priority contracts so they don't feel like a blocker to your progress. Any veterans from season one, if you played a lot during early season one, you remember as soon as you got to the middle of the contracts, as soon as you completed half the contracts, every contract was Dire Marsh in a single run and exfil. It's like, bro, every contract was that. I can understand like the late game contracts, like a handful of them having that, but it was every contract. It was so annoying, man. Cyber Acme fixed an issue with the Deconstructed 3 contract where Deluxe and Superior Salvage were progressing the contract the same as Gray Salvage. Also clarified what types of salvage would progress the contracts in the tooltip. New Cal fixed an issue where the Paradigm Shift contract was negatively interfering with the Selection Pressure contract. Fixed an issue where teammates could not contribute to the progress of the first objective of Assault with Battery 1 when getting kills with Void Battery weapons. Traxxas fixed an issue with Return on Investment contract where if a crew died after hacking the container, another crew could not interact with it. Fixed an issue in Unsanctioned Hostiles 3 out of 5 where runners in the same crew could scan the same anomaly more than once, spawning only one sample and blocking contract completion. Mida fixed an issue where runners could become trapped behind barriers in Drone Wing during Mida Truth Lies 2 and 6. 2 out of 6. I remember this. A lot of people reported this issue. There were so many people who ran into this on accident and they would just get trapped in the drone wing. They couldn't leave because there was a button that would spawn outside of the barrier and you couldn't leave. That happened to me twice. Yeah, Skippy Kerba. I also saw somebody fucking use that bug to trap a rook on the drone elevator because it puts barriers around the drone elevator. So if anybody took the drone elevator up, they could just activate the barrier and they couldn't leave. They would just be fucking, yeah, I got cut. There was a rook. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Some people intentionally did that, which is funny, but you probably shouldn't be able to do that. From the sounds of it, that might still be possible. But now if you start the contract, you should at least be able to complete it. Because of that, I kind of want to get to this contract and then never complete it, so I always have the option to trap people in the elevator. That would be so funny, dude. We'll see, though. We'll see. Sec-gen genetics fixed an issue with parasitivism. 1 out of 5 on Outpost, where completing the decon step would revert progress. Fixed an issue where Triage's prime ability wasn't granting progress on the standard contract 3. Fixed an issue where Recon's tracker drone was not granting progress on ability kills for selection 1. Fixed an issue, evolution 4 out of 5, where objective progress at the shared Symbot synthesizer could be awarded to the wrong runner instead of the runner who completed the synthesis injection step. And fixed an issue where runners could block progression in the contract's parasitivism 3 out of 5 and also coevolution 2 out of 5 using the bioresearch synthesizer extraction machine twice, preventing the required sample from ejecting. Zones. Fixed various instances of floating misplaced geometry and hazards such as lasers. Fixed instances of flickering on surfaces that can appear in some objects. Also fixed some geometry that had improper hit detection or physics. I remember multiple surfaces that had fucked up textures in Cryo Archive. Namely, if you guys remember the little hack terminal you used to get out of the spawn in Biostock. Biostock is the destroyed one, right? Or is it Preservation? I think Biostock is the destroyed one. It's the spawn in Biostock on that hack screen. The doorway next to that has overlapping textures that like flickers. So I'm guessing that might be referring to that. Fixed multiple broken ladders and blocked vents. Fixed various areas where invisible walls prevented runner movement. Fixed an issue where death boxes could spawn out of bounds or in inaccessible areas. New Narsh. What's up, Cat MZ? Zone introduces new mechanics, new combatants, and locations to explore. Perimeter added a guaranteed in-run source of backpacks to the Intercept event. Oh shit. Intercept event. New conflict zone. Easy early game backpacks. Fixed an exploited hauler where runners could hide in an area with improper physics without being seen. Okay. Darsh. Dermachem and Neurochem salvage can now be found at algae ponds. Okay. So the Neurochem packs, is this intended? Maybe, were they only supposed to spawn in Outpost before? Maybe they decided having them only spawn in Outpost was too strict, perhaps. Sorry, guys, I need water. Talking a lot. Fixed an issue where lockdown would not spawn in algae ponds if it had previously spawned in Complex and vice versa. Fixed an issue where the extractor on the second floor of bioresearch would become permanently non-interactive after wrong item was placed inside of it, or if used while empty. Fixed an issue where the final exfil was not spawning on Marsh. Fixed an issue where crawling into certain areas would cause the runner to take damage and die. Outpost. Fixed an issue where pinging a convoy would create double waypoints in the 2D map. Fixed areas where heat cascade was penetrating through ceilings or objects. Cryo Archive. Adjusted Cryo Archive contracts to lean into Cryo's mechanics instead of requiring exfil and vault completions. Nice. What's up, Firespeed? Developer note, we reworked these to set more achievable goals that can be completed and progress over multiple runs and help teach Cryo to soft shells the mechanics of the ship, with the 7th contract requiring you to take down the compiler still. Fixed an issue where the Vault 4 door was erroneously appearing as interactable. Fixed an issue where Cryo Archive was not available to some players even after meeting the criteria. Fixed some instances of loot falling through the floor when dropped. Okay. Didn't this happen? I thought, I swear I saw a clip on Twitter of somebody trying to give somebody else a DNA key and it just fell through the floor. So hopefully that fixes that. That happened to me. I dropped something on a column. Oh, happened on a compiler. Oh, yeah. Okay. Fix multiple areas where people get stuck on the world or could fall C out of bounds. I believe they're talking about the one pillar on the south side of Cryo, I believe, that you could just get stuck on and not move. Yo, Tart work. Thank you for the 5. I'll let the TTS go through. Let's let the TTS roll. Hit it!
The amount of work these devs are putting should be applauded for sure.
I know, dude. And you got everybody who came from Destiny is like, this is not the same Bungie team, bro. They're fucking putting in the work. Yo, thank you for the Prime Dry Money 4. Thank you, buddy. Fix an issue where pump credentials were inaccessible due to spawning too close to another object in Cryo Archive. Stability. Implemented a round of CPU performance improvements. This is the first of many updates we're planning to make. Please keep the reports coming. Adding support for frame generation on PC. Frame generation increases frame rate by generating additional frames from existing data. So anybody who likes frame gen, you now have the option. This includes DLSS, FSR, and XeSS. Frame generation is only recommended if you are already rendering at 60 frames per second or higher. Using frame gen at a lower frame rate may affect input latency and image quality. DLSS requires a 40 series GPU and higher. Yeah, that's it. Localization, text, and faction introduction videos should now have localized subtitles. And that's it. Chat, what are we thinking?